Hey everyone, my name's Alex and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be on a sadder subject. There's two reasons I wanted to do this video. One was to just update everybody on what's going on with us, and also hopefully there's some information in this video that somebody else might find useful or helpful if they're going through the same situation. So some of you know that our Lucien has liver failure. We have done everything financially in our power to figure out what it is so we can try to treat it, and we can't find it. We don't know what's causing it. And I'm very shocked he's still going as strong as he can right now. He's got bad back legs and he's starting to have some behavioral issues. I can see he's physically feeling ill. He's got jaundice still. And that's not treatable unless you can find the cause, and we can't find the cause. That's heartbreaking enough. But on top of it, our Kage recently kind of took a turn for the worse. So about a year ago, Kage was diagnosed with basically puppy dementia, which is the technical term for its canine cognitive dysfunction. Or is it disorder? I'm pretty sure it's dysfunction. I'm at a dysfunction right now. But he also... he was having muscle loss in his legs, and he's got bad teeth, and just a bunch of problems started about a little over a year ago. Now, senior dogs can always have some form of senility starting. Did I say that right? I think I did. Senility, yeah. So they can, any dog who's older can have, you know, problems figuring things out, starting to lose their way. I mean, it's basically like watching kind of like a person with dementia or Alzheimer's. They start forgetting things. They start, you know, developing weird obsessive habits. I mean, it all started with, you know, just randomly getting stuck in corners of the house, banging his head into the corners or into walls, acting confused, sitting down and refusing to believe we were actually on a walk. You know, we actually got stuck in the middle of the road with Kage maybe about half a year ago, and maybe it was even longer than that. We don't walk him anymore because he gets so scared because he doesn't know where he's at. But recently he took a really bad fall, and I mean, he's been collapsing on and off anyway for the last year just because of his leg issues, but it's been a really rough time with him lately. You know, he wasn't eating for a while. He started coughing up blood. There was, you know, we thought it was time. So we even scheduled an appointment to say our goodbyes to him. And the stubborn pet parents we are decided to just take him in and get one more assessment done. Because we talked about saying goodbye to him a year ago, or just over a year ago, because, you know, when a dog is older, you know, there's always the thing of, are we doing it too soon? Are we doing it too late? You know, I mean, these decisions are never easy, you know, but when we took him in recently, he still has all his issues that he had, but the thing that he's now diagnosed with is vestibular syndrome. And basically what that is kind of like, you know, the joints are just getting really bad. You know, I mean, it's like arthritis to the T, you know, it's painful. And that was another thing we noticed in the past year is, you know, he's crying in his sleep and he's not sleeping well. He's pacing a lot. And, but after he had that fall, like, I thought he actually had a stroke because he had his head tilted to the left. And, you know, he was pacing in a circle, like, constantly for the days he wasn't eating. And, you know, very well, there's a slight chance there could have been a stroke, but that's also a sign of vestibular syndrome with the head tilting and stuff. But so he's on pain meds, which unfortunately it was supposed to make him sleep more, to make him more restful. It's kind of seemed to knock him out more than we like. I mean, he's definitely not a part of our daily, I mean, he's a part of our daily lives because we take care of him, but it's different when they're older and they don't join in on the pack, and they don't come. I mean, he won't come to us when we say cookie half the time. Like, that's, of course, sometimes I don't know if he knows the word cookie. I mean, one day I told him, you know, come here, pickles, and You know, he came to me because thinking his name was Pickles, you know, but he comes and goes. And that's the hardest thing to watch. That's been really hard to watch the last year. I mean, these decisions are never easy at all, ever. I mean, we've had to do this for numerous cats in our lifetime already. We've never had to decide this for a dog, and that feels very different. And the biggest thing is that, you know, everybody's got to be on board in the household. I mean, everybody's, you know, and that was part of the reason why we went in for another vet visit. You know, not all of us were on board. Some of us needed more convincing that there was a problem. So I guess my advice is that there's a video I found on YouTube from Lap of Love. It's an organization that does, you know, in-home euthanasia. And, but the video, I'll link it below. The video really helped us on a lot of things, because when you're trying to make that decision for your puppy, and yes, they're puppies. Even when they're seniors, they're puppies to me. I don't care if the dog is 5 months old or 15. They are puppies. They're always puppies to me. But I'll leave the link below. Like, the whole video, it's 34 minutes long, but it's really worth the watch if you're trying to make decisions like this, especially if you've got two people on different sides of things, because it goes over a lot of the things people think about. Like, you know, the finances, the emotional aspect of it. Can you still invest your emotions? Like, how is this affecting your home? You know, all the things people consider and think about when it's time to say goodbye is in this video. Like, it covers like a lot of bases, which I was very impressed with, and just the way she talked about everything, like it just really brings up a lot of good points that I think will help, that can help you when you're making this tough decision. It's just been kind of crazy, you know, because we were prepping for Lucian, and even though he's better, but he's not, we know it's gonna need to be timed sooner, because liver disease, especially, like, you know, when the liver's failing, everything is way worse from here on out. And now we have Kage on top of it. So both my boys, both my pain in the ass boys who have driven me nuts for the longest time, I'm gonna have to say goodbye to soon. And that just really has messed me up a lot this week. Well, more than this week. This week's been really tough because Kage's had a lot of more episodes being on the pain meds. It's really weird because he's pacing more and getting confused more, and we really have to help him navigate. And yeah, it's just been really tough. You know, I would spend any amount of money in the world on my dogs. I would give them everything I could. Unfortunately, you know, there's just some diseases you can't fix. I've seen people write blogs and tell their stories about dogs with dementia, and they always say, I wish I would have done it sooner, or I hated watching him, or people said, oh, he doesn't have dementia because, you know, he's still eating and he still comes to you. And living with Kage, I've noticed how it slowly progresses, and then all of a sudden it's now getting just more and more. And it's sometimes you think they're actually responding to their name, or they're responding to something, but they're really, it's more of a sound. It's more of like, oh, what's the word, like their body kind of remembers the motions on some things. I mean, it depends on the time of day, and it depends on how they're feeling that day and all that stuff. They say always watch for the good days and the bad days, and we're kind of at the point with at least Kage, there's good and bad throughout the entire day. You know, when you have a pack of dogs, you also got to think of the benefit of the pack. And I don't mean that as a selfish thing. It's a safety thing, because with animals and dogs with dementia can have aggression tendencies, which Kage has. He likes to bite at the air, and he likes to bite at just random things that aren't there, or sometimes that are there. The dining room chair has become his arch enemy. So it's, you know, you have to think of your household too. You have to think not only what's best for them, but what's best for the others in your household, especially if aggression's starting. And both my boys are having some issues with that. And I know it's due to their illness, but it's heartbreaking because, especially with Kage, he's the sweetest boy. He might have tried to hump every dog at the dog park back in his day because he had to be dominant over somebody, but he is the sweetest, sweetest boy. And to see him get so angry at nothing or snap at another dog just walking by him in the house, like, that's not him. And I know he doesn't mean to, but it's like, so there's so many things that can go along with his disorder. I just wish I could fix it. There's nothing I can do to fix it. It kills me that, you know, now I have to save up money to say goodbye to them. But that's what needs to be done. I know that's what needs to be done because I love them so much and I don't want them to suffer. I don't want Lucian to get to a worse stage of liver failure and watch him suffer in that. And I don't want to see Kage suffer any more than he already is. Because, man, when we went to that last vet appointment just recently and she barely touched his joints and the pain, it was like that moment like confirmed, yes, he is in pain. The crying isn't him dreaming in his sleep, or he's in pain. It's all the crap I already knew. It's everything that I, you know, because it's weird. I've got, like, you know, my medical brain of knowing medical crap on pets, like, going one way. And I've got the mommy brain saying, don't take my kid. You know, people say, you know, when the time is right, and there really never is a right time, is there? I mean, there are kids. So we know it has to be time. Doesn't make it the right time, if that makes sense. Anyway, thank you guys for watching and for listening, because I know this is not what anybody likes to talk about. You know, we want them with us forever and ever and ever, you know. But yes, click all buttons, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Say we couldn't do a video without showing the puppy. Why are your ears down? Are you upset Mommy locked you out of the room and stole the chair? Yes? Are you upset I stole the chair? Why are your ears back? Why are you crying? What's happening? They're all upset because I locked them out of the room for this video. What's up with this? Oh, yeah? What? I'm getting yelled at. I mean, can you blame them? I locked them out of the room. Hi. Cow dogs everywhere. Yes, cow dogs everywhere. Seriously, why are your ears down? Did you do something wrong? What if I say the word cookie? Will your ears go up if I say cookie? Do you want to get a cookie?